Well, freelancers, after being gone for about a month and, let's face it, nothing really going on in the world of Anthem, until today, I am finally back and rested, and oh my gosh, am I ready for our first ever season in Anthem. That's right, today we had patch 1.5, and with it we have the Season of Skulls update. Now, unfortunately, I do not have any of the footage playing in the background because I'm recording this before the patch goes live, but I had to make a video and get it out there to let you all know what's happening, what's coming, and what you can expect when you load up the game today. So basically, the Cataclysm is back with updates for Season of Skulls. How that will look remains to be seen. As per the usual, the higher your score, the more seasonal currency you'll be awarded to spend at the seasonal store, which sounds like we might have a new seasonal store altogether, maybe new weapons, maybe new armor. Again, I haven't gone in and actually seen it yet because I'm recording this about an hour or two before the event goes live. In addition, the new Season of Skulls free play events will also be live, which successfully finishing 3 of these events in one free play session spawns a boss encounter. Maybe the King of Skulls, or maybe the Grabbit King himself. I don't know, I'm teasing with that last one, but no matter what, it will be a spoopy boss, I'm sure. Also, guys, fun question in the comments below, when did spoopy become the new word for spooky? Am I just that old and I missed it, or... Anyways, learn more about the Season of Skulls lore through a scavenger hunt and new data archives. Also, praise be to the Shapers, we finally have mass salvage, which will be available for all inventory management screens. Heck yes, we finally don't have to hover over everything and dismantle over the course of 20 minutes. That's going to make my Cataclysm runs, especially the new spoopy Cataclysm runs, a whole lot more fun, and yes, that will be the last time I use the word spoopy in this video. Also, a huge change, but legendary drop rate and price of war chest has increased by 250%. Now, not only will the war chest be more expensive, which I get it, it sucks, but the legendary drop rate has increased exponentially. Not just 100%, not just 200%, but 250%. Now, whether or not we will have the same legendary drops as we had for the Cataclysm, i.e. Shardstorm, Riz's Ripper, or any of the other gear attachments for the javelins like Acid Storm, remains to be seen. Also, this was really nice to see. A legendary-only war chest has been added to the seasonal store. How much it's going to cost remains to be seen. Like I said, this video is being made before I've actually gotten to play the update, so I will pin, if I get the chance, in the comments how much all of that will cost, and the guaranteed what's happening within the Season of Skulls update once I'm actually inside and able to play, just to keep you all updated if you want to scroll down in the comments if I do have that pinned. In addition, we have a ton of bug fixes and improvements with 1.5, so buckle up and get ready for them. First of all, as always, they have fixed various crashes for stabilization. The auto loot now works with all high priority loot drops in a game session. I was unaware that it wasn't working for all of those, but hey, cool. When flying into obstacles, javelins will now automatically go into hover mode instead of crashing to the ground. That's right, if you're about 2 miles up in the sky and you crash into that mountain that, you know, came out of nowhere, who knows? You won't plummet for a good 30 seconds, you will now just go right into hover mode. But that never happens to you guys, so we're not even going to worry about that. There will also be general Cataclysm changes and fixes, such as all challenges that award major crystals now reward 500 minor crystals instead. Not really sure the thought process behind that, but okay, cool. Turrets will no longer respawn once destroyed in Sea of Takaro and Castle Kelric. Teleporters are now immediately reusable after teleporting, and thank God that they finally got rid of that one-time use bug. Also, the daily repair no longer auto-completes when a player returns into Fort Tarsis. They've also fixed an issue which Expedition tracked menu could display incorrect difficulty level. There have also been updates to inscription tooltips for combo damage bonus, clarifying which javelin a bonus applies to, such as the Colossus bonus damage now does blast combo damage, Ranger as combo imp damage as an impact, Storm is combo chains, and Interceptor is combo aura effect. Again, really not sure that that was an issue, but cool. Glad they addressed it. They've also fixed an issue where acid status effect will not increase damage taken from the acid damage type. Aim assist has been adjusted so that it doesn't pop onto enemies as easily. Also, updated multiple weapon and gear piece descriptions to read armor instead of suit health. Personally, I prefer the suit health, but okay, cool. The Badge of Devastation component no longer shares an icon with emergency power. There have been a lot of weapon buffs, and I don't think I see any weapon nerfs on this list, so that's pretty neat. First up, we have Assault Rifles, Defender, Elemental Range, and Pyrrhic Victory. Now, we've never heard of Pyrrhic Victory before, so that's gotta be a new weapon, and I'm looking forward to seeing that, but their base damage has increased from a base 16 to 24.1. Hammerhead/Rounder's Blaze is now 24.1, has gone upgraded to 34, and the status effect applied by Rounder's Blaze is now correctly affected by damage inscriptions. Woot woot. Hopefully that will counterbalance the nerf that we got a little while back. Also, light machine guns. Relentless has its base damage now upgraded to 26.4. Artinia's Gambit got a huge buff from 37.8 a bullet to 52.8. Havoc has gone from 14.8 to 22.5. Renewed Courage has gone from 23.7 to 35.9. Sledgehammer has gone to 43.1, Cycle of Pain 62.6, which is actually one of the largest buffs I've seen on this list. Marksman Rifles from Scout Rifles and Thunderbolt of Yevenia got a minor buff to 39.7. Anvil now does 70.2, Soothing Touch at 119. And autocannons have gotten some minor buffs, but really they aren't anything to write home about in my professional opinion. Barely a point or two worth of increase, but they have fixed an issue that prevents autocannon damage types from displaying as intended, and the anti-armor damage type is now shown correctly. We also have some minor changes to SMGs, but the most important ones are the Trajector and Retaliation of Gyarados, which have been improved immensely from 14 to 26.3 a bullet, and Vasa's Surprise from 15 to 21.6. Now, I know I'm spitting a lot of numbers out at you guys, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just trying to cover everything as fast as possible. Shotguns and heavy pistols, of course, got some buffs, but I wouldn't say they're anything crazy except for Rolling Carnage and Vengeance, the shotguns. They've gotten a huge increase. Basically double what they could usually do as damage, so that's pretty damn neat. Grenade launchers have fixed an issue that prevents grenade launcher damage types from displaying as intended, and anti-armor damage types now shown correctly. Sniper rifles did get a couple minor changes and fixes, but not really any damage upgrades. Pulse accelerators, they have fixed an issue that prevented the damage type from working as intended and now shows correctly as physical damage. That goes for Bad Omen, Rainmaker, and Bladeslinger. And lastly, for Voltcasters, Jar's Wrath, the electric status effect applied by Jar's Wrath is now correctly affected by damage inscriptions. We also have some changes to Ranger gear updates, with Venom Darts and Tactical Onslaught now displays the correct number of status effects stacked. Inferno Grenade and Explosive Blaze, the status effect has been increased to 100. Frost Grenade status effect has been increased to 100. The Gambit, Ember's Lance, and Relentless Pursuit have also all been fixed, and Relentless Pursuit actually has a 50% damage increase. It pretty much goes for all status effect abilities. I'm not going to read off the entire list because I can already feel this video is going to be a little long, and as you guys know, I don't like wasting your time, so hopefully you will give me your time. Basically, anything that has an element to it, like Firewall Mortar or the Storm's Winter's Wrath, basically now has their status effect increased to 100, basically meaning that if you touch an enemy with it, they will already get that elemental effect, as opposed to you having applying multiple stacks or the enemies being affected by multiple seconds to have the status effect applied to them. But that just about does it for this 1.5 update and the Season of Skulls. Of course, we will be covering the Season of Skulls in great depth and length, so have no fear about that, my fantastic freelancer friends. And if you want to stay up to date on all things about Season of the Skull, as we do guides and all sorts of wonderful things for that, be sure to keep here at Your Anthem and leave a like and subscribe so you never miss out on one of our videos. A very special and monumental thank you, by the way, to my patrons for their generous support and donations to Your Anthem. It really does mean the world to me, and it does help me make regular improvements to the channel, which I do humbly appreciate, especially during these times of drought. As always, I hope all of you fantastic freelancers have a phenomenal day, and I'm looking forward to seeing each and every last one of you in the next video very soon. And remember, freelancers, we are strong alone, but we are stronger together.